You are not going to believe the audacity of my ex-fiancée. Imagine this. 6 months before our wedding, she casually drops a bomb that made me question everything. A week-long bachelorette party in Vegas with her male best friend. And when I dared to question it, she looked me dead in the eye and said, "Deal with it." Oh, I dealt with it all right. And what happened next? Well, let's just say it involved an ex, a fake bachelor party, and a comeuppance that was sweeter than any wedding cake. I was 28, deep in wedding plans with Jenna. Venue booked, caterers picked, invitations practically ready to mail. We were at dinner, going over the last few details, when she just casually mentioned her bachelorette party plans. "So, I've decided on Vegas for a week," she chirped. "It's going to be epic." "Sounds fun," I replied, genuinely happy for her. "Who's going?" That's when she dropped it. "Oh, just me and Marcus." My fork clattered onto my plate. Marcus. Her straight male best friend. "Just you two?" I asked, a knot forming in my stomach. She rolled her eyes. "Don't start. He's my best friend. You know this." "Yeah, but a week in Vegas. Just the two of you. For your bachelorette party." I tried to keep my voice even, but it was hard. She leaned back, crossing her arms, that defiant look already on her face. "This is exactly why I didn't want to tell you. I knew you'd make it weird." "I'm not making it weird, Jenna. It is weird. Bachelorette parties are with your girlfriends." "Says who?" "It's my party. I can celebrate however I want. Marcus and I have been planning this trip forever." Planning it forever? This was the first I was hearing of it. She knew exactly how I'd react, and she just decided to keep me in the dark. "Look, Brandon," she continued, "Marcus is like a brother to me. Nothing has ever happened between us. You need to trust me." "It's not about trust, Jenna. It's about respect. How would you feel if I went on a week-long bachelor party with just one woman?" She actually laughed. A harsh, dismissive laugh. "That's different."
"How?"
"Because I trust you? Clearly, you don't trust me." "Jenna, this has nothing to do with trust. It's about boundaries, about what's appropriate when you're about to get married." Her face hardened. "I'm going on this trip, Brandon. It's already booked. Marcus took time off work. This is happening." Then came the kicker. She shrugged. "And if you're not comfortable with it, then deal with it. I'm not canceling my trip because you're insecure." "Insecure?" My blood ran cold. Any reasonable person would have an issue with this. "Well, then I guess I need someone less reasonable," she shot back. "This is who I am, Brandon. I have male friends. I'm not changing that for you or anyone else." The conversation went in circles for another agonizing hour. Every single concern I raised was met with accusations of being controlling, jealous, or insecure. By the end, she was essentially telling me to accept it or leave. Finally, I just said, "Fine. Have fun on your trip." A smug smile spread across her face.
"See?
Was that so hard?" I managed a tight smile back. "Not at all." But inside, my stomach was churning. That night, I lay wide awake, not thinking about if I'd call off the wedding. That decision was already made in my heart, but how I would handle this. I could just break up with her, return the ring, cancel everything. But something about her smugness, her complete dismissal of my feelings, made me want to do something more. Something that would make her truly understand. Then it hit me. The next morning, I started making calls. "Hey, Marcus," I said, when he picked up. "It's Brandon." "Oh, hey man, what's up? Heard about the Vegas trip? Sounds fun." His voice was too casual. "Yeah, Jenna said you were cool with it." "Totally cool with it. In fact, I'm planning my own bachelor party for the same week." I paused.
"Oh, cool. Cool.
"Where are you guys going?" "Still figuring it out." I lied smoothly. "Hey, quick question. Is Lauren still single?" A beat of dead silence on the line. "Lauren? My ex-Lauren?" "Yeah, haven't seen her in forever. Thought I might invite her to my party, since we're all just friends and stuff."
"What?"
His voice was suddenly tight. "Well, you know how it is. She's a good friend. Practically like a sister to me. You wouldn't have a problem with that, right? Brandon, that's different. How so? You know why? Lauren and I have history. So you and Jenna have history too. All those late-night study sessions in college, that spring break trip to Cancun. Nothing happened on that trip, he snapped. I'm not saying it did. Just like nothing's going to happen with me and Lauren. We're all adults here, right? Marcus was quiet for a long moment. Does Jenna know you're inviting Lauren? Not yet. Wanted to run it by you first. Friend to friend. I don't think that's a good idea, man. Why not? If you trust Jenna, and Jenna trusts me, then what's the issue? More silence than a clipped. I gotta go. Talk later. He hung up. I smiled, a cold, satisfied smile, and made my next call. Lauren? Hey, it's Brandon. Yeah, Jenna's fiancé. Listen, weird question. Lauren was surprisingly cool about the whole thing. When I explained the situation, she just laughed for a solid minute. Wait, she's doing a week-long bachelorette party with just Marcus in Vegas? And she doesn't see why that's weird. Nope. Apparently, I'm just being insecure and controlling. Holy, okay, I'm in. When do we leave? Well, here's the thing, I explained. I'm not actually going anywhere with you. I just need Marcus to think I am. Lauren was all for it. Turns out, she had some unresolved feelings about how her relationship with Marcus ended. He'd been texting Jenna behind her back for months before their breakup. This, she said, felt like poetic justice. Over the next few days, I put my plan into motion. I created a group chat for my bachelor party and added a bunch of my friends, plus Lauren. Then I started dropping details. Alright guys, bachelor party officially the same week as Jenna's. Thinking cabin by the lake. Who's ready? My friends jumped right in. Bro, that sounds sick. I haven't been to the lake in forever. Lauren, you're the best for agreeing to be our designated driver. I even made sure to post about it on social media. Nothing obvious, just excitement about my epic bachelor party week and how grateful I was for amazing friends like Lauren stepping up. Marcus texted me that evening. Dude, we need to talk. What's up? This thing with Lauren. It's not cool. What thing? She's just coming to my bachelor party. Lots of people know. You know what you're doing. Having a party with friends? Yeah, guilty. It's inappropriate. Foul. Spell it out for me, Marcus. He didn't respond, but I knew the seed was planted. 2 days later, Jenna confronted me. She came home from work absolutely fuming. Lauren, really? What about her? You invited her to your bachelor party? Yeah, she's a friend. Problem. Don't play dumb. You did this to get back at me. Get back at you for what? I thought we were cool with each other having friends of the opposite sex. That's what you said, right? This is different.
How?
She's Marcus's ex. So? They broke up years ago. Ancient history. Besides, Lauren and I are just friends. Practically siblings. You trust me, don't you? She glared at me, speechless. You're being petty. I'm following your rules, Jenna. You said it's okay to go on trips with opposite-sex friends. I'm just doing what you're doing. It's not the same. Explain how. I challenged her. She couldn't. She stormed off and spent the night at her sister's place. The next morning, I got a call from Marcus. All right, man. You made your point. What point? Look, maybe the Vegas thing isn't. Maybe we should include more people. Oh, now you want to include more people? I'm trying to be reasonable here. Reasonable? Interesting. When I expressed concerns, I was being insecure. But when you have concerns, you're being reasonable? It's not. Look, can we just talk about this? Sure, I said. Come over tonight. Bring Jenna. They showed up around 7 p.m. Jenna looked pissed. Marcus looked deeply uncomfortable. Good. So, I said, pouring drinks. What's the issue? Jenna jumped right in. You know what the issue is. You're trying to manipulate the situation. Manipulate? I'm planning a bachelor party, just like you planned your bachelorette party. With a friend who happens to be Marcus's ex, just like Marcus is your friend who happens to be your ex-hookup. We never hooked up, they both said in unison a little too quickly.
Right.
That spring break trip to Cancun was totally platonic. They exchanged a look. Jenna's face went crimson. That was before I even met you. I'm not judging, Jenna, just pointing out the hypocrisy. Marcus leaned forward. Look, Brandon, I get it. You're upset about the Vegas trip, but this thing with Lauren is exactly the same situation. Exactly, I finished. You're going on a week-long trip with someone you have history with. I'm going on a trip with a group that includes someone you have history with. If one is okay, both are okay. It's not the same, Jenna insisted, her voice rising. Then explain the difference without using double standards, I challenged. They couldn't. They tried for 20 minutes, but every argument they made could be flipped right back on them. Finally, Marcus said, what if we compromise? Shorten the trip to a weekend. Invite more people? I shook my head. That ship has sailed. You both made it very clear that I was being unreasonable for having concerns, that I needed to deal with it. So I am. By planning my own trip. You're doing this out of spite, Jenna accused. I'm doing this out of fairness. Equal rules for both of us. If you go on this trip with her, we're done, Jenna threatened. I actually laughed. We're already done, Jenna. You made that clear when you dismissed my feelings and told me to deal with it. Her face went white. What? I pulled out my phone and showed her the emails. I've already contacted the venue, the caterers, everyone. Canceling the wedding. You can keep the ring. Consider it a parting gift. You're serious? Her voice was barely a whisper. Dead serious. You showed me exactly how much my feelings matter to you. How much respect you have for our relationship. Why would I marry someone who thinks so little of me? Brandon, wait. Let's talk about this. Marcus interjected. We did talk, Marcus. Multiple times. I was told I was being insecure and controlling, that I needed to trust her. Well, trust goes both ways, and respect is non-negotiable. Jenna started crying. You're throwing away 3 years over one trip?
No.
I'm ending a relationship where my partner thinks it's acceptable to dismiss my concerns and do whatever she wants, regardless of how I feel. The trip just showed me who you really are. I'll cancel it. I'll cancel the trip now, she pleaded. After all this? Because you're facing consequences, not because you understand why it was inappropriate in the first place. She had no answer to that. It's been 3 months since I called off the wedding. The fallout was intense. Jenna tried everything. First came the anger, blowing up my phone, showing up my work, telling everyone I was a controlling psycho who ruined her life over jealousy. When that didn't work, she switched to bargaining. She'd cancel the trip, go to couples therapy, whatever I wanted. But here's the thing, it was never about the trip. Not really. It was about respect, about having a partner who considers your feelings when making decisions, who doesn't dismiss your concerns as insecurity, who doesn't use manipulation tactics like "if you trusted me" to get their way. The wedding cancellation cost me about $8,000 in deposits, worth every penny for the education it provided. And get this, Marcus and Jenna are together now. Officially started dating about a month after our breakup. Funny how that brother-sister relationship changed so quickly once she was single. Lauren and I, we actually did become friends through all this.
No.
Romantic interest on either side, but she's a cool person. She told me Marcus had been texting her after the confrontation, trying to convince her not to go on my bachelor party. When she asked why it mattered since nothing would happen, he couldn't give a straight answer. The panic in his voice, she told me over coffee last week. He knew exactly how inappropriate their trip was. He just thought you'd roll over and accept it. My friends have been incredibly supportive. My family less so initially. My mom especially kept pushing for reconciliation. All couples have disagreements, she'd say. But when I explained the full situation, really broke down how Jenna had acted, even she admitted I dodged a bullet. The last text I got from Jenna was 2 weeks ago. I hope you're happy. You ruined everything over your stupid ego. I didn't respond. There was nothing to say. She still doesn't get it. Still thinks this was about ego or jealousy rather than basic respect and boundaries. Marcus reached out once too, about a month after they went official. Hey man, I know things ended badly, but I want you to know nothing happened in Vegas. We only got together after you guys broke up. I actually laughed at that one. Did he really think I was that stupid? But I just replied, me? Congratulations. You two deserve each other. And they do. Two people who think boundaries don't apply to them, who use manipulation instead of communication, who prioritize what they want over their partner's feelings. They're perfect for each other. As for me, I'm doing great. Started dating again recently. Nothing serious yet, but I'm in no rush. The experience taught me valuable lessons about red flags, boundaries, and self-respect. Oh, and the best part? I heard through mutual friends that their Vegas trip never happened. After our confrontation, Marcus suddenly couldn't get the time off work, and they had to cancel. Funny how that worked out, huh? Guess the trip wasn't as important as they claimed when there might be actual consequences. Looking back, I'm grateful Jenna showed me who she really was before we got married. Divorce is a lot messier than calling off a wedding. And I learned that when someone shows you they don't respect you, believe them. The first time. The moral of the story? Don't let anyone gaslight you into thinking your boundaries are unreasonable. If something feels wrong, it probably is. And if your partner's response to your concerns is to dismiss them and tell you to deal with it, well, deal with it by leaving. So, what do you guys think? What would you have done in my place? Have you ever faced something like this? Tell me what you think in the comments. I really want to know.